How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. It's your man, Big D, and I'm back with another one. Want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to rock out with my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I'm back with another video, and I figured this time I would do a table talk video or a table talk rant. Haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured today would be a good time to do that. So, family, as we go through and we listen to this whole thing going on with Sean Combs, because I say Sean Combs because that's the dude I remember. Not this whole Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. I remember the dude going to Howard, the little DJing dude, being the party starter, trying to make it. And I watched this brother. I watched him go from a nobody to one of the best of us. And not all of us get that opportunity. But family, as we sit here and we look at the things that we are hearing in this trial, we have to ask ourselves, man, what was his brother on? We have to ask ourselves as we sit and listen, as they peel back the layers and layers of this man's innermost secrets. What he did behind closed doors, his fetishes. And all I can do is wonder what happened to this young brother that was at Howard. I realize, family, it's easy to sit and say, oh man, P. Diddy was a freak. He was on his craziness. And I just can't imagine me as a man, as a heterosexual man, is nowhere in the world that I could see paying another dude to smash my girl. If I was in this good brother's shoes, there's nowhere in the world, if I was worth this kind of money, that I would watch a man. I was looking at Cassie, man, back when she was in her prime, man, and this girl was gorgeous. And I can believe that because from what I understand, Cassie was in a relationship with another artist, but he wasn't no Sean Combs. So next thing you know, now she in this entanglement with Sean. And I would like to believe that is nowhere in the world that this young brother that was at the university, a prestigious university. I don't understand how is it we go from that to this. See, family, we got to have a deeper conversation, because we have to, if we are going to determine and get to the real root of the situation, we must first separate our emotions and our feelings from what the facts are. And the facts of the matter is this. Was Sean this way all alone? Or did somebody do something to him? Or perhaps maybe he did the unthinkable and he traded in his man card back when he was young trying to make it. And perhaps he did a deal with the devil and somebody touched on him, and perhaps that's how he got on. That's the only thing that I could think, because outside of that, then I must go with this analysis: that was he born this way? Was he always this way? Did this man come into this world with these type of fetishes, things that shock the very conscience of who we are as a humanity? Was he born this way? And if some say that he was born this way, then I will have to say that no matter what religion that you say you believe in, I will have to say if he was born this way, then you need to trash and burn whatever religion that you think that you believe in, because that means that the Creator made a mistake. So if this man was born this way and he always was this way, that means that the Creator made a mistake. But see, I don't believe that, because I know the Creator is all supreme in everything that it does, and the Almighty don't make mistakes. So that leads me to a logical analysis of the facts that I don't believe he was born this way. This is a learned behavior. That's right. This is a learned behavior. Somebody taught this brother and sent him on this path of deviancy, sent him on this path of things that, like I said, this is a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah, I know we, with the advancement of the internet, and you got your porn, you got your Instagram models, you got your OnlyFans, you got your adult friend finders, you got your Plenty of Fish, you got your BLK, you got your Hinge, you got your Match, you got all these things that gives you access to just all types of shenanigans and bullshit. So I don't believe that this good brother was born this way. So so we must agree that this is perhaps a learned behavior. So where did he learn it from? Now, once we can determine who started this behavior in Puffy, then we can go even deeper down the rabbit hole. Whoever started touching on Puffy and introduced them to this lifestyle, whoever started Puffy on this downward spiral, my question would be, okay, so why is that person that way? Who touched on them? See, family, what came first, the chicken or the egg? That is the conundrum that has been, as human beings, we have been scratching our heads since the beginning of time. And until we get a hold on, because think about it. You done had your R. Kelly. You done had your, now you got your P. Diddy. You done had your Epstein. You had all these. Listen, so this has been going. This type of behavior. This ain't just started. This been going on for a long time. This type of behavior, not maybe to this level, but this type of behavior that we seeing now, just to the 10th power, it's been going on for a long time. Listen, men just ain't been clapping other men's cheeks. Just 3, 4, 5 years ago, man, they was doing that shit way back in the gladiator days. So if that be the case, if this type of energy has been lingering around through the centuries and the eons of time, well then, it brings us back to this question. If humanity has been indulging in this type of behavior since the beginning of time, then from a logical standpoint, the set of facts would lead a reasonably prudent person to arrive at a logical outcome. So if this type of behavior has been manifesting itself since the beginning of time, that means that this type of energy has been around since the beginning of time. So could it be that maybe the things that we were raised on as, because I know I was raised in the church. I don't agree with some of, it's a lot of the teachings I don't agree with, because from a logical standpoint, it just doesn't, the facts just don't prove that, you know what I'm saying? It just, I'm trying to get my words right. So, it's just, my thing is this. I know that when I pick this up, I know that this is some chapstick. And I can touch it, I can feel it, it's real. But to tell me that, okay, this is chapstick, but I don't see it, I can't feel it, I can't touch it, so I can't quantify it in my mind. So I understand that that is the very nature of faith. But at the end of the day, as human beings, we all have to, at some point, ask the question. And the hard question is this type of behavior that we've seen. Listen, you got your R. Kelly, man. You got your, like I said, you got Puff Daddy now. Now you done had Bill Cosby. Why is it the best of us? And I'm talking to my community. Because the white community, they got their issues over there too. And they can ask themselves the same question. Why is it the best of us pick up this type of behavior, this type of energy? Where we just so, man, it's like, man, you seeing demons, people are being like possessed in real time. Because I mean, man, to sit here and watch my lady, who is gorgeous, gets smashed by another dude, and this dude, I'm paying this dude $10K, $20K, whatever, to smash my girl who is gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure that whoever they got to for the role play, how the diddler is, he wanted somebody that had a whole lot of meat. Yes, Lord, he needed somebody that had a whole lot of meat. And can you imagine? And listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say what old Diddy working with, because I don't know. But that deviant, demonic bullshit that he was on, where he just watching somebody drill his girl and he getting off on it, and then you paying this bit, and then he telling you, oh, when the nut, when the busted nut, when you can't, when you that, and then he want to rub the man's nut on his man, his. I'm trying to be, because I know we on YouTube. Y'all know the man's, essence, want to rub it all and shit. Man, who does that? Listen, if that is not a manifestation of something that's demonic, satanic, mischievous, dark, if that is not a manifestation of one of those terms, then what is? And if we know that this has been going on since the beginning of time, because remember Sodom and Gomorrah. And even if you're not a religious person and you don't believe in Sodom and Gomorrah, we have proof that men have been clapping other men's cheeks way back in the day. So this type of spirit, this type of energy has been floating around this place, this planet, this dimension, however you want to term it, for a long time. And I believe the more and more that we feed into this energy, we watch the porn, we do perverted, crazy nonsense. Listen, it ain't no wrong with getting a little freaky, but there's got to be a limit to your freakiness. And when it gets to the point where you gotta urinate on your lady, you gotta pay other dudes to smash your lady, listen, you need to seek help. But to sum it up, family, man, it is very disappointing to see another brother going down in flames. And I asked myself, this can't be the same Sean Combs that was throwing the little parties on the yard. But some way, somebody offered Puffy an opportunity to be great and famous. I'll make you famous, but you got to do something for me. You got to give me something. And like my man Terrence Howard said, once they take your man card, you can never, ever get it back. You can never, ever get it back. Once they take your man card, once you voluntarily give it up, basically selling your soul, you can never, ever come back from that. Listen, it is, people do what they do. Listen, if two men want to clap each other's cheeks, fine. If two women want to, do their thing, listen, that's fine. I'm not going to judge nobody. But this type of energy been going on for a long time. This ain't nothing new. This is nothing new. And I'm just disappointed that whoever started Diddy on this dark journey, whoever this person was, they destroyed this man's life. But what's even more disappointing is this. You would think that, well, man, how could you do this? Man, the things that I'm hearing, I ask myself, how can you do this? Man, I remember when I was in the military, a young dude rocking to Puffy stuff, man, and it's like, damn, this brother, one of us made it. And then years later, you find out that this motherfucker is a deviant. I loved me some R. Kelly, found out he was a deviant. It's just so disappointing that once the best of us make it, it's something dark that comes for us. I believe that it don't matter if you Oprah, Denzel, Jay-Z, if you, Scarlett Johansson, who else? What's another a notable white? Don't matter who you are. I believe that once you get to a certain place where now you garnering all this notoriety, you a star now. You done arrived, man. I believe that all kind of dark forces are coming for you, and the higher you want to go in stardom, the more you have to give of yourself. And all it does is chip away at your soul. And at the end of it, what are you left with? This brother made Forbes billionaire. But look what he did to achieve this. This brother sold his soul to somebody. Because I don't believe Diddy was born like this. I believe this is a learned behavior. And I believe somebody started Diddy on this dark journey, down this dark path. And that person is also responsible. But that person is also a victim because somebody perhaps had to start them on their own dark path. So at the closing of it, family, I believe in life as human beings, we have to strive to always make the best decision possible. And I can't speak from a woman's perspective because I'm not a woman. But I know as a man, we have to work our asses off to get to a decent place in life. And most times, by the time you reach that plateau, man, you middle age, you in your 50s. For a man to be a man in this place, in this world, man, you gotta have some gumption. And most of all, you gotta have some big cojones. Because if not, life is going to eat you up and it is going to destroy you. It is going to consume you. And most of all, you cannot inflict self-inflicted wounds. You cannot commit self-inflicted wounds. And at the end of the day, whatever you do, never trade in your man card. Because you can never, ever come back from that. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.